JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So we have completed 6 weeks of tax season, which means we've got 9 more to go. Here's the latest. The IRS has come out with some great news for those states that paid out special tax refunds in 2022. The IRS has indicated those are not taxable. Now, don't be confused with your income tax refund. If you're in a state, that still could be very well taxable. This is for those states that paid out potentially a stipend or a stimulus payment or an economic impact payment similar to the IRS. Also, IRS has come out and indicated they've got Saturday hours where you can get help in person. Also, now you can amend your tax return and request direct deposit. We've been able to amend tax returns and done it by e-file, but now to speed up the process of you getting your money back, you now can request a direct deposit by giving your information. Also coming up here, February 15th is the deadline in which brokerage houses need to send out their annual tax statements related to interest, dividends, and capital transactions. With that being said, that means you're going to have everything from everybody here in the next week or so. With that, I've got a checklist that I'm going to give you a link to in the body of this video. Don't even have to give me an email for you to get it, but this lays out, as I send to my clients, the major tax documents that should be in hand by now. One deadline that is coming up for businesses that are sending out a 1099 miscellaneous back in January, not to be confused with 1099 NEC, but for those, again, filing Form 1099 miscellaneous, those are due to the IRS by the end of February if you're paper filing. If you're e-filing, you do have until March 31st. So gather up your tax documents. You got envelopes that say important tax information enclosed. Well, you need to open them. Take a look. Get this to your tax advisor, fellow tax pros. Ask and you shall receive. Tell your clients, hey, here's what we need by the end of the month. Get those to us. Then you have maybe, hopefully, a little bit more time, a little more breathing room to be able to get things done before the final deadline of April 18th. Take note, those of you that are expecting or might owe, you can complete that return and e-file it, but you still have, regardless, up until April 18th to pay those dollars in. Remember, an extension is not an extension of time to pay, only an extension of time to file. I have recently released a number of videos giving specific tips that you need to check out. They are in the playlist in which I'm giving you a link to in the body of this video for tax season 2023. I give specific tips for those with partnerships, also with S Corps, wouldn't matter if you're an LLC, also for the self-employed, and for individuals. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me.